Pick up your toes, stretch them out onto your mat. Release your toes back down to the floor. Bring your toes together, leave space between your heels. Let your arms hang like empty shirt sleeves down to the floor. Press into your feet, leave your chin tucked to your chest. Rise up, stand out of your feet. Reach your arms to the ceiling, look in between your hands. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Dedicate your practice to an intention of doing something, practicing something. Celebrate whatever your intention is with all of us in community with an Om. Inhale. Open up your eyes. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold to the floor. Touch your fingers down onto your mat. Lift halfway. Chaturanga. Step to high plank. Enter to low plank. Bend your elbows. Now upward facing dog. Rise. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Punctuate a breath here. That includes an exhale. Walk or jump up to the front of your mat. Halfway lift. Flat spine here. Exhale, fold. Rise up, reach. Exhale, fold. Lift halfway. Chaturanga, you might put your knees down to take chaturanga. Either way, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Up dog, downward facing dog. Breathe. Exhale. Move up to the front of your mat. Halfway lift. Fold. Let your head go. Stand, reach up, look in between your hands, hook your thumbs, lean back. Press your feet down. Now this pose ends when your fingertips touch the floor behind you. Press down into the four corners of your feet, open up the front side of your body. Exhale, fold to the floor. Halfway lifts, chaturanga. Try it on your toes and your knees, and there's a difference that you can notice. Up dog, down dog. Breathe. Move up to the front of your mat. Halfway lift. Fold. Stand up, reach. Maybe you back bend, maybe you just reach. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up. Bend your knee, take your heel to your bottom. Look at your left foot under your armpit. Flip your dog. Stand on your two flat feet, bend your knees, reach up and back. Stretch. You'll press down a lot with your feet so that you can take the pressure out of your right hand. Bend your knees, pick up your toes. Flip back over to a three-legged dog. Lift your right leg in the air. Step your right foot in between your hands, a low lunge. Keep your left heel up. Tent your fingers on either side of your right foot. Stretch your left heel back. Stretch your chest toward the brick wall in front of you. Lunge with a flat foot. Place your hands flat. Pick your foot up, step back, three-legged dog. Keep your right leg in the air. Straighten out your right leg. Place your right toes on your left heel. Place your right foot flat. Breathe in. Open your mouth, sigh out. Lift your left leg up. Bend your left knee. Take your heel to your bottom. Watch your left foot under your right armpit land on the floor. Flip dog. Reach up and then back. You might take wheel pose here. Wherever you are, though, with your arm, you'll want your knees to bend a lot. That way you can press down into your feet. Thighs are parallel. Lift your glutes up away from the floor. Carefully flip back over. Lift your left leg in the air. Step your left foot in between your hands, a low lunge. Bring your left foot way up to the front of your mat so your knee is right over your ankle. Squeeze the muscles to the bone on your right leg and send your right hamstring up to the ceiling. Relax your jaw. Relax your gaze. Take your hands so that they're flat. Pick your left foot up. Step back to a three-legged dog. Place your left foot down. Walk or jump up to the front of your mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Squat, chair pose. In chair pose, bring your toes together. Separate your heels. Press down. Exhale, fold. Keep breathing. Good. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot, warrior one. Now your back foot is flat. Reach up. Bring your hands down, chaturanga. Step back. You might step to down dog in between. Up dog, down dog. Step your left foot, warrior one. Bring your left foot to your hand, reach up. Bring your hands down, chaturanga. When you reach up, take a huge breath in and down dog. 3 breaths in down dog. Separate your fingers a little bit more, Joanne, and press here. Yeah. Excellent. Space between your toes. Walk or jump up to the front of your mat. Halfway lifts. Exhale, fold. Squat, chair pose. Relax your jaw. Fold. Halfway lifts. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot, warrior one. Make a big step. Reach. Place your hands down. Flow out. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step your left foot, warrior one. Make a big step. Chaturanga. Bring your hands down. Flow. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Pause. So as you pause, breathe. Turn your eyes inward. Have absolutely no concern for your right, your left, your front, your back neighbor. Know that energetically they're here to support you, and then you do what works for your body, your practice. Walk or jump up to the front of your mat. Halfway lifts. Exhale, fold. Sit down, chair pose, reach tall. Exhale, fold. Lift halfway. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot in, warrior one. Reach up. Place your hands down, chaturanga. In warrior one, your back foot's flat. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step your left foot, warrior one. Breathe. Bring your hands down flat, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot, warrior one. Breathe. That's an inhale. Exhale, place your hands, chaturanga. Breathe. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Step your left foot, warrior one. A big step. Bring your hands down, chaturanga. Keep breathing. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot, warrior one. Pause. Pick up your right foot and move it up to the front of your mat. Keep your left foot where it is. Reach your arms up. Press into the back edge of your left foot. The back edge of your left foot. So you want your left foot to be flat. Yes. Pick up your right toes. Press into the ball and the heel of your right foot. Guide your right knee down over your ankle. Stretch your arms straight up to the ceiling. Look at your fingers. Bring your hands down, chaturanga, down dog. You can step either way. We'll all meet in down dog. Arrive in down dog. Settle. Drop everything off. Step your left foot, warrior one. Reach up. So bring your back foot flat. Yes. Press down. Yes. Pick up your left toes. Bring this foot right here. Keep that back foot way back there. And then bend down. Excellent. Straighten out your arms so that there's not an energetic kink in the energy that's coming up from the floor. Porcelain, bend down in your left leg. There you go. Breathe. Stay with your breath so that you can stay with your body. Intend to be here now. Cartwheel your hands down, chaturanga, step to down dog. We'll meet there. When you get to downward facing dog, press your hands down, press the ball of your feet down. Roll out to high plank position. Here's part one of this funny thing we call chaturanga. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, gaze out in front of you. Yes. Bring your bottom up, pull your belly into the center. Bend your elbows, point them behind you halfway down low plank. Your belly's off of the floor. Your belly's off of the floor. Your belly's off of the floor. You might use your knees because your belly's off of the floor. Now upward facing dog. If you're on your knees, stay there. If not, lift everything up but your hands and the top of your feet. Soften your elbows, press your heart through your arms. Roll back from your low belly, downward facing dog. Exhale. Roll out, high plank position. Drop to your knees. Press your hands down. Pull your belly into your spine. Lower halfway, low plank. So your elbows are behind you, not out to the sides. Diane, look out in front of you. It'll change the whole composition of the pose. Upward facing dog, lift up. You're on the top of your feet or your knees, but your thighs are up regardless. Downward facing dog, exhale. Breathe here. Sigh or bark out. Move up to the front of your mat, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Squat, chair pose, reach to the ceiling. Exhale, fold back to your mat. Halfway lift, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Step your right foot, warrior one. Breathe and reach up. Open warrior two. Look at your right hand. Look at your right hand. Yes. Bend your right knee. And then breathe. In and out. It's all good in this moment. There's nothing to be concerned about in this moment. So breathe constantly back to right now. Flip your right palm up, wrap your left arm behind your back. So your right arm is going to reach to the wall behind you. Guide your right knee to stay bent. So you want your knee, your toes straight. Yep, yep. Make space in between your feet. Bring breath back into your practice. Straighten out your front leg, reach back. Come back to warrior two, extended side angle. Send your right arm down to your ankle, your left arm up to the ceiling. You might like your hand on a block. And we always have blocks to rent if you'd like to borrow one from us. Or you can grab one and leave it here for yourself. But if you have a block or a water bottle, what it's going to do is bring the floor closer to you. You want your right knee bent in warrior two, in extended side angle, and warrior two. Step into your right foot, half moon. Lift your left leg up. Place your right hand on a block. Step into your right foot. Lift your left leg up. Place your right hand on a block. You might bend your left knee and hold on to your left foot, sugarcane pose. Drop your thinking and start being. Be here now. Breath. In and out. Press your foot down. Send your arm up to the ceiling. Step back, warrior two. Pause as you make space between your right foot and your left foot. Stretch them apart. Cartwheel your hands down, chaturanga, downward facing dog. Step your left foot, warrior one, breathe. Reach your arms up, open warrior two, face the yellow wall. Flip your left palm up, wrap your right arm behind your back. Reverse warrior. Guide your left knee out to your pinky toe so that it's not diving in like Elvis towards your big toe. Drop your stinking thinking and get into your feet. Your bones, your muscles, your skin, you're not actually your thoughts. Practice being with the true you, the alive you. And when you breathe, you get into your body. When you don't, you're outside of. Reach back, straighten out your front leg. Come back to warrior two. Bend your left knee. Extended side angle. Take your left arm down, reach your right arm up. Maybe your left hand's on a block. If you're really flexible, lift up out of the swirl of your hips and use your strength. You can bend your right arm behind your back and take a bind. That's it, Linda. Rely on your feet and use the block as just a prop. Half moon, step into your left leg. Lift your right leg up. You might right away bend your knee, hold onto your ankle. You might keep your leg behind you so that you can press 8 corners, 4 down on your left leg, 4 back on your right leg, into the air. Observe your left toes. Are they going to 10 or 2 o'clock? Bring them back to 12. Press down through your foot as you do that. Step back to warrior two. Look at your left hand. Step there. Turn your gaze inward. And what I mean is you're feeling what you feel. You're noticing what's happening without concern for front, back, left, right. Cartwheel your hands down, high plank position. Pause. Right side plank. Place your right hand in the middle of your mat. Lift your left arm up. Turn toward me. You can place your right knee, other way, Diane. You can place your right knee down. You can lift your top leg up. Sometimes it's fun to lift your top leg and put it in tree pose. Sometimes it's fun to have your bottom knee down and squeeze your shoulder blades together. Wherever you are, you'll want your right hand right underneath your shoulder, so sometimes it creeps out in front. Bring it back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Take your left arm under your right and reach for the yellow wall. Stay in plank. Keep your hips quiet. Bring your left arm up. You okay, Sarah? Take your left arm under, reach for the yellow wall. Keep your hips quiet. Take your left arm up, reach for the yellow wall, reach for your neighbor. Bring your left arm up, place your left hand down, left side plank, reach your right arm up, switch sides. So you'll want your bottom hand flat. You can use your knee. Your body has every single database in it that you need to put on your hard drive. Tap in. Use it. Reach your right arm toward the bathroom wall. Keep your hips still. Reach your right arm up. Take your right arm toward the bathroom wall. Keep your right arm up. Take your right arm toward the bathroom wall. Set your fingers apart. Reach your right arm up, come out to high plank, go to low plank. From there, take upward facing dog. From there, take downward facing dog. Punctuate a breath, and I mean like with an exclamation point. Inhale, sigh out, bend your knees, hover them just above your mat. Get curious about all 10 of your toes. Press them down onto the mat. Pull your belly into your spine. Jump up to the front of your mat, halfway lift. Fold. Squat, chair pose, reach. Roll the weight out of your toes into your heels. Lift your toes up. Exhale, fold. halfway lift, chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog, crescent lunge. Step your right foot between your hands, lift your arms up, bring your hands to your heart, twist to the other wall. In crescent lunge, all of your toes face forward and your heel is up. Monica, all toes forward, heel up. Yes. Now you might put your left knee down as a variation to this pose. Use your breath to lift your belly off of your thighs. That's it. Make space. Open your arms. One arm to the floor, one arm to the ceiling. Twist. Breathe. Pull your belly into your spine. Crescent lunge, face the brick wall. Crescent lunge, face the brick wall. Airplane pose. Step into your right leg, lift your left leg up. Press your palms down to the floor. Your left leg has as much work to do in this pose as your right leg. A little bit of a bend in your right knee will allow the energy from the floor to soak up into your body, into your core, and go out through your crown. Step back, crescent lunge. Reach your arms up. Wiggle your right foot up. Keep your left foot where it is. Bend your right knee a lot. Your right knee is the one in the front. Your back leg is straight. Cartwheel your hands down. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step your left foot, crescent lunge. Reach up. Bring your hands to your heart. Take your right elbow outside of your left knee. Twist to the bathroom wall. Squeeze the muscle to the bone. Bring yourself into the center line. Open your arms, pick up your left toes. But your right toes have a strong connection to the mat. You'll want your right heel up, yes, and your right arm on the outside of your left leg. Do what you need to do with your legs to pick your belly off of your thigh and bring it into your back. Strong in your legs, support this. Move back into crescent lunge, reach. Bend your arms to two 90-degree angles like you've got goalpost. Lift your heel up. Take your toes to the front of the room. Squeeze your shoulder blades together on your back. Airplane pose. Step into your left leg. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Crisscross your thumbs in a way that feels different than the natural way. Press your palms together as you bend your left knee and are clear about your right leg and its work in this pose. Step to crescent lunge, a big step back, reach your arms up. Cartwheel your hands down, high plank position, drop to your forearms. Your right forearm down and then your left forearm down. Walk your feet in towards your elbows and keep your head off of the floor, dolphin pose. Press your palms flat. Walk your feet into your elbows. It's like down dog on your forearms. You want your head off of the mat. You walk your feet in and you'll keep walking your feet in so that you might then just lift your right leg up and then your left leg up into a forearm stand. You want your hands flat instead of in a fist. You want to press the palms of your hands down and look out in front of you as you take a leg up. Be on purpose wherever you are in your dolphin pose. If you've chosen to take one leg in the air, switch to the opposite leg. Downward facing dog. Bend your right leg, then bend your left leg. Jump up to the front of your mat. Halfway lift, fold. Squat, chair pose, reach, bring your hands to your heart, take your left elbow outside of your right knee, twist to the yellow wall. Gaze down at your knees. Sometimes one knee sneaks in front of the other. Open your arms. You can take side crow, place your hands flat, make a shelf for your body with your triceps, lean the weight into your arms. Even the intention to move towards side crow is a step toward where your pose will go. Come back to chair pose from side crow, fold. Grab your big toes with your peace fingers, your palms face in. Bend your knees a lot, and grip your peace fingers around your big toes. Your palms face in toward each other. Lift halfway, exhale, fold. You might sit on your bottom and take this pose. Wrap your fingers around your toes. Keep your feet flat. Drop your head off. All the information you need comes from your body, so it's all sensation that doesn't actually need any data from your head. Release your hands, take your feet wide, goddess pose. You can sit on a block, bring your hands to your heart. Now send your elbows into your inner thighs. Keep your feet flat. Place your right hand on the floor, lift your left arm up. Look at your left fingers. Bend your left arm behind your back and hold your hands on the outside of your right leg. Keep your feet flat, Sarah. Look at your left shoulder. Twist. Keep your feet flat. Come back to goddess pose. Bring your hands to your heart. Keep your feet flat. Yep. Take your left hand to the floor, feet flat. Right arm up. Bend your right arm behind your back. Hold on the outside of your left leg and twist. Look over at your right shoulder. Come back to goddess pose. Fold. So straighten out your legs. Place your hands flat. Send your bottom up to the ceiling. Bring your toes together. Space between your heels. Sit down, chair pose. Reach up. Inhale. Bring your hands to your heart. Twist. Your right elbow outside of your left knee. The opposite way that you did last time. Bend your left knee. Open your arms. Side crow. Keep your arms apart. Place your hands flat. Lean into the pose with breath. What would you do if you couldn't fail? Try it on. There's no failure. It's a practice. Try on anything that you can move into step by step. Come back to chair pose. Pause. Marinate in the experience that chair pose offers you. Press your feet down. Roll the weight into your heels. You'll do that as you lift your toes up. Fold. Slide your hands under your feet. Press your toes to your wrist. Press your fingers to the bottom of your feet. Bend your knees a lot to make that happen. You'll want your whole hand under your foot. Goddess squat. Bring your hands to your heart and then open them up, crow pose. Place your hands flat. Make a shelf for your legs. Your knees go on the outside of your triceps. Keep your gaze out in front of you. Lift one toe up and then the other, maybe both toes. Start in goddess squat. Keep your eyes out in front of you. So bring your eyes out a little bit more in front of you. Yes. Press your hands flat, and then resist the urge to drop and flap onto your head. Instead, straighten out your arms, pull your belly into your spine. You got like a cat stretch at the top part of your back. You can bring your toes together and guide them as you straighten your arms. You move toward crane pose. That's it, Linda. Press down. Send your legs behind you, chaturanga. Move through a flow that feels fantastic in your body. Arrive then up dog, downward facing dog. Stretch from fingers to toes. Breathe in, sigh out. Again, breath. Let that carry you through your practice. Jump up to the front of your mat. Halfway lifts, fold. Stand up, left side eagle, left arm under, left leg over, wrap, squat, sit, left side eagle. See if you went to right side eagle, left side eagle, left arm under, left leg over, squat down. Your bottom foot is flat, take your tailbone down toward the floor. Come out of the pose, reach your arms, right side eagle, right arm under, right leg over. There's no perfect, there's just the opportunity to practice. Reach your arms up, left side eagle. Take your left arm under, take your left leg over. Wrap, squat. Squeeze your inner thighs together as if there was a piece of paper in between your inner thighs. Squeeze it into the center line. Take your torso parallel over your thigh biceps. So bring your torso down. You want to have a conversation with your bottom foot and your core. Once you're sure that you're clear in communication with them, stand back up to a tall eagle pose. You'll want to talk, otherwise you won't get the message. Reach up, switch sides, right side, right arm under, right leg over. Stand tall in crow pose, breathe. Commit to a conversation with your bottom foot. Bring your inner thighs together, and then take your torso parallel over your thighs. Pull yourself back up to stand. Unwrap your arms, reach your arms to the ceiling. Place your hands on your hips. Bend your right knee, hold on to it with your right hand. Bend your right knee, hold on to it with your right hand. Take your right knee to the yellow wall. Take your left arm out toward the bathroom. Look over this direction. You can wiggle your fingers. If a neighbor's close to you, you could hold their leg. You could pat them on the back. Stand in your left leg. Press your left foot down, and then pull yourself up out of the pockets of your hips. Come back to the center. Take your left hand on your right knee. Twist behind you, dancing Shiva. Your body will know what to do. Your brain will question your right and left. Your body knows. Come back to the center. Reach your arms to the ceiling. Keep your knee where it is. Press your left foot down. But keep your knee bent. Just press your left foot toward the earth. Bring your foot down, switch sides. Hold on to your left knee. Hold on to your left knee. Go there now. Take your right arm out to the yellow wall. Take your knee to the left. Be still and know. Get uncomfortable to become comfortable. Come back to the center, switch your hands. So your right hand on your left knee, twist behind you, dancing Shiva. Bring out your spine and make space. Talk to your right foot. Come back to the center, reach your arms up, keep your left knee where it is. Press down through your right foot. Separate your fingers. Take your gaze up the front wall, up to your fingertips. Place your foot down, tree pose. Right foot, left leg, stand. You can take tree pose on your back. Bring your hands to your heart. You'll want your right foot somewhere on your left leg, up or below your knee so that you don't press against a joint. Switch, left side tree pose. Release, stand at the front of your mat, bring your toes all the way up to the top, reach up, inhale, fold down to the floor. Halfway lift, chaturanga, take it on. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Keep your breath going, in and out. Bend your elbows. Significantly soften them so that you can press your heart through. Use your low belly muscle, roll back, downward facing dog. Jump through, sit on your bottom, stretch your legs out toward me, reach your arms up to the ceiling. Bend your knees so that you can sit tall. Imagine my knee was in between your shoulder blades. Sometimes I have to bend my knees a lot because otherwise you might sink. Stretch your arms out toward me as if we're holding hands. And then lower your spine down, lay on your back. If you're brand new, sit up and watch bridge pose. You want to keep your chin tucked in bridge pose. Bend your knees, take your feet flat. Waddle your shoulders underneath your body, interlace your fingers. Drive your triceps and your forearms down, and then send your chest up to the ceiling. Press into the four corners of your feet. Lift up your toes. Press your big toes down. Use your inner thigh muscles. Release your hands. Take your knees side to side, right and left. Reach your arms to the ceiling. Take your hands flat, wheel pose. Your fingertips face your shoulders. In breath, straighten out your arms and legs. Rise up. Open the front side of your body. Come back down. Take your knees side to side. Windshield wiper. Here now, in this breath, rise up, bridge your wheel pose. Go up for 5 breaths. Bring your toes together. There's only space for a block in between your inner thighs. Press your hands down, press your feet down, and be with your breath the whole time you're here. And release out. Take your knees side to side, windshield wiper. Rise up again, bridge your wheel pose. Be here now and go. Up into the pose. Lift your right leg in the air. Lift your right leg in the air. Place your right foot down. Lift your left leg in the air. Lift your left leg in the air. Place your left foot down. Release out of the pose. Take your knees side to side. Try on the back bend. Go up. Bridge your wheel pose. Stay. When you arrive in the back bend, move around. Create an experience for yourself, for your body. It's not your neighbor's. You'll want to open the front side of your body. Make space between your organs and your heart. Come out of the pose. Bring your soles of your feet together, your knees wide. Take a hand on your heart, a hand on your belly. Breathe. You can keep your eyes open or close them. Wherever you are, you'll want to stay here. Commit to sensation. Bring yourself back into the now. Hug your knees to your chest, roll around in one direction so that you can massage your back, and then roll around in the opposite direction to get a stretch in the opposing way. Grab onto the outside edges of your feet, happy baby pose, rock side to side. Move around a little bit, and then after about 5 rocks, pause. Drop your tailbone down to the floor. Keep your shoulders down. Press your feet flat up to the ceiling. Rock on your spine, front and back, from 12 to 6, 3 times. Come up to boat pose. Hold behind your inner thighs. Sit tall. Wrap your inner thighs into the center line. Imagine again my knee has entered into your shoulder blades. Sit tall in your spine. Flex your toes up to the ceiling. That way you can press out through the 4 corners of your feet. Breath would be helpful to grow your pose. Just strengthen your core, which starts in the center of your legs. Rock front and back 3 times. Come to a no hands handstand after your 3rd roll. So place your feet flat, reach your arms up as you inhale without touching your hands. And then fold to the floor. Lift halfway, step back to chaturanga. You'll get to try that on again. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog, jump through, sit on your bottom. Stretch your legs in front of you, reach your arms toward me. Shake my hand, yes, and then lower down, lay on your back. So, drop your sinking thinking, get into your body, hug your knees to your chest. Roll front and back 3 times. After your 3rd roll, feet down, arms up. No hands, handstand. Feet down, arms up. Inhale. Better when you don't think, right, Diane? Exhale, fold. 3rd time's the charm. Lift halfway. Chaturanga, down dog. You get to pick. Be with your body. Bring your breath in. Up dog. Down dog. Jump through, sit on your bottom. Stretch your legs out. Breathe. Exhale. Lower down on your back. Hug your knees to your chest, front and back 3 times. After your 3rd roll, your feet are flat, your arms are up, no hands, handstand, reach. Exhale, fold. Shake your head out. Like riding a bike, Monica, came back to you. Lift halfway, and again, fold. You can sit down, lay onto your back. Sometimes there's not a graceful transition, it just is. Take your legs in the air. Plow pose, take your feet behind you. Plow pose, take your feet behind you. Pinky fingers on your back, press your palms flat. Take your triceps, send them down to the floor. Then shoulder stand, arms up in the feet, legs up in the air. Press your feet straight up to the ceiling. Keep your chin tucked so that your neck remains safe. Plow pose. Bend your knees to your ears, squeeze. Lay down on your back. Hug your knees to your chest. Roll around. Come up to a seated position, frog pose. You want one knee on your mat, one knee off, and you'll want your feet to be flat out to the sides. So your forearms come down, your feet are out, and your toes go to either side. You can place the knee that's off of your mat on a towel or a strap or a shirt and allow that knee to slide. Press your bottom cheeks behind you, and it's as if your feet were against the wall. Maybe they are. If this is troublesome for your knees, you can lay on your back and take this pose, or take half pigeon. Raise your arm if you'd like assistance getting into the pose. All right, ladies, take your toes out to the right and left. One knee off, one knee on. So you want to be here and allow the knee that's off to slide. Toes out. Press your bottom cheeks back to your heels. Take your knees wider. Move back so you have more space. Front or back. Yep. Your feet should be wider than your hips. Your heels should be behind your knees. Press your bottom back. Back towards your heels a little bit. Allow your knee that's on the floor just to slide away from your body. Create an experience in your hips that allows you to find space. The way out of discomfort into comfort is to stay with discomfort. Get uncomfortable so that you can find comfort. Breathe as you process. You can't go over it. You can't go under it. You just got to go through it. Go through with breath. Ease. Slither onto your belly. There's actually no graceful way to do it. Manage your mat back to a flat position. Yes. Roll onto your back. Take your legs in the air. Just stay here, waterfall pose. It's a little different than shoulder stand. Your bottom remains on the floor. Your toes face your body and your feet press up to the ceiling. Let your right leg go long on your mat. Hug your left knee into your chest. Take your left knee to the right side and take your arms out to a T. Gaze over your left shoulder. Supine spinal twist. Community class, you can take a hand on a neighbor. They don't mind. It was on the waiver they signed on the way in. Come back to the center. Bring your knees into your chest. Switch. So take your opposite leg long, hug your right knee in. Take your right knee to the yellow wall and gaze over your right shoulder. Supine spinal twist. Come back to the center. Right arm under, right leg over. Right side eagle pose on the floor. Right arm under, right leg over. Lift your bottom cheeks up. Take your knees to the left. To the right. Take your knees to the right. Take your arms out to a T. Gaze over your left shoulder. The challenge with being a yoga teacher versus being a yoga student is you actually can experience it in your body. Proof, the spoken word means nothing against the physical sensation. Okay, come back to the center, unwrap your legs, left side eagle, Left arm under, left leg over. Lift up your cheeks. Take your knees to the left. Take your arms out to a T. Gaze. The opposite direction. Dan, you can let your knees just drop to the floor. Yeah. Stretching your back. Come back to the center. Give yourselves a hug. A completely unedited, unfiltered hug. Savasana. Drop your legs long and straight. Your feet are out. Bring your arms away from your body so that there's space underneath your armpits. Your palms face up when your toes flop out. Savasana is active rest. So it's a little bit different than nap time. Be aware that your body is supported by the earth. You might like a block on your abdomen or a shirt, and you'll notice your breath as it goes in and out of your body. Drop your eyes into their sockets. Open and relax your jaw. Wiggle your fingers, your toes, open and close your mouth. Hug your knees to your chest, roll to the right side. Come up into a seated position. Sit tall. Just swivel around to face the purple wall if you're not there. Reach your arms over your head. Press your palms together. Exhale your hands to your heart. Celebrate you with an Om. Inhale. Om. The light in me recognizes light in each and every one of you. Namaste. Excellent job. So something really exciting starts tomorrow, Bring a Friend Week. You can come to yoga all week as a friend, with a friend. Can you come more than once? Yes. Can you bring more than one friend? Yes. Happens all week long, Sunday to Saturday. Bring a Friend Week. Lots of information on our website, on our posters. Ask me anything you need about that. You can spray off your mats and bring them out to us. You can use a sponge and just throw it in the wash bin. I'll see you out front. Have a fantastic Saturday, everybody. Thanks for coming.